So let's have an update on my older yet faster running journey, which obviously hasn't really got going yet because of plantar fasciitis. So last week, I think 6 days ago, I did my first video saying that I'm going to use the book Older Yet Faster by Keith Bateman and his wife Heidi Jones to help me improve my running technique so that I can stop getting injured so often. So I started running in 2019, start of 2019, set myself a New Year's resolution to do a half marathon, which I did that year, but it absolutely killed me. I just then had a couple of years of having hip trouble, knee trouble, Achilles trouble. I ended up seeing a podiatrist who was actually really helpful and gave me insoles. But what I've learned more recently, since I got plantar fasciitis, which is I've been treating it for 8 weeks now, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that because I think it's nearly gone. But since I've been trying to rehab that, been rehabbing it 8 weeks. I probably had it for 10 days before that as well. I actually need to look at my running notes because I was marking down heel pain often in my notes. So yeah, I'll share more about how I've turned that around, what I've done, because it's the stuff out there really doesn't seem very good to me. So yeah, my goal is to stop getting injured because running is so good for me, so good for my mental health. I love the challenge of it. I love that it's kind of me against me. I'm learning about my body more. I'm learning about the technique more. I'm learning about injuries, muscles, tendons, all this stuff, cardiovascular system, zone two, all that stuff, how to make a training plan, all that stuff. I absolutely love it. I did sports science at university, but I did drop out after a year. But so I've got a history of being really into sport and all that sort of thing. And I'm good at loads of sports, but I'm crap at running. I'm really not very good at all. My best half marathon time is about 2 hours 15, just under. And that was after a really good training block. Most of my times are much nearer 3 hours. 10K, I think I did a 58 minutes, something like that. And 5K, 28 minutes, something like that. So compared, like I'm really good at loads of, or I was really good at loads of other sports. Don't really do any others now. I'm a single figure golfer. Um, but yeah, don't really do many other sports. But running is just one I've never been good at. So yeah, I'm as far as older yet faster the book goes, I'm not doing any of the running stuff in it yet. So just to tell you, it's kind of split into two parts. Keith Bateman does all the running technique stuff, and then his wife Heidi does all the foot strengthening, leg strengthening, whole body strengthening stuff. And it's kind of in two parts. Now, I'm in when you buy the book, you get access to videos on how to do all the different exercises for both the strength and the running technique. And also, you get access to a free Facebook group where you can post your running form and you will get feedback on it. So obviously I can't do that yet, but I have spoken to them a little bit in there. And the idea is it has a section on treating injuries. So once I saw that and it's plantar fasciitis section, I thought, oh yeah, this is going to really help me. And there's a few exercises in there I've taken and added into my routine that has been working really well for me. So, you know, I'm a big record keeper, so I was like heel pain 8 out of 10, heel pain 7 out of 10. I'm keeping a record all the time. And it's been gradually coming down over the 8 weeks. And over the last probably 10 days, it's been a one, a two, a two, a two, a one, a one, a one. And I would say that last night, and when I got out of bed this morning, so when you get out of bed, always seems to be the worst. When I got out of bed this morning, I would say it was a zero. Now, I've been walking around today. I'm doing loads of barefoot walking, which actually especially at first, was a little bit more painful. So I did what do they call it? Where you microdosing, where you kind of do a little bit of barefoot walking to make the foot stronger. But of course, at first, when you got plantar fasciitis, when your foot goes down, you kind of stretch and it feels like it's tearing. So I didn't do so much of that at first. But barefoot walking, toe spacers, and isometric loading are the secrets. I'm telling you. So I did so much research. I've been researching people, PhDs, professors on PubMed, reading all these research studies, randomized control trials, loads of stuff I've been learning about because when you go online and look at stuff to help you with plantar fasciitis, I think it's terrible. Now, there is a bit of a problem because plantar fasciitis does take a while to heal. Everywhere says that. And of course, because it's so painful and so hard, it's very difficult to keep going with something that if it doesn't feel like it's working. But the stuff that I've been doing, because I got it from these PhD people, whatever you call them, professors, and scientific backed research, it feels like, oh yeah, this is going to work. So it's been easier for me to be consistent. So I've been doing these exercises twice a day for 8 weeks. Well, pretty well, I would say. The first 2 weeks, I was like trying different stuff and doing all the research. And I got to be honest, when I was about 4 weeks in, I actually thought I might never run again because so much of what you read is saying that you've had it for people have had it forever and they've just learned to manage it and never really got back to running. And that was quite upsetting because running has been a really good part of my mental health, my well-being journey because I was struggling years ago and I've had to make well, I didn't have to, but running became part of my therapy, I guess, as is golf and a few other things I do. They're part of my therapy and I need them in there. So it's been really, that's why I think I've spent so much time researching this and trying to find out. So I am actually going to try and put all the information I've learned into a resource where people can come and learn what I've learned. In the Older Yet Faster book, there is good stuff from Heidi there on plantar fasciitis. I can't say if that is enough to get someone over it as quickly as 8 weeks like I have. But I think there are people in the Facebook group who've used it and they have gotten better over a period of time. But 8 weeks is what I've done, and I think that's quicker than anyone in there. So, as I said, toe spacers, moving forward to being barefoot, strengthening the foot through isometric loading. We're trying to beat something called stress shielding. So we're looking to isometric load for 30 seconds or longer. Yeah, I want to share that with you. Now that my foot pain today has been a zero at times for much longer periods, of course, I'm excited to get back running, but there's no way I'm going to push this. And if you've had plantar fasciitis, you know exactly what I'm saying. Even today, where I've had this, where I feel like there's been a breakthrough, I've been walking around very, what's the word, gingerly, like, worried about stretching it again. I'm still sort of limping a little bit. I'm still not overstriding in my walk because I'm worried about it's always when the bad foot's at the back and the toes get pressed down that it kind of feels that stretch that I've been so wary of for 8 weeks. So I'm not over it. I just want to say that I'm not over it. I don't think there's no way I'll be running. I was supposed to be golfing today, but both my playing partners cancelled. Bad back and a cold. This is what happens when you get old. Just play with people who have to cancel on you. Um, so it was probably good for me that I didn't play golf today because that's a 10-kilometer walk on wet, uneven ground. Can just aggravate it a little bit more. So that's probably done me good as well. But so yeah, I'm just going to take it easy for a few more days. In fact, I haven't even done my foot exercises today. I've done them every day, twice for 8 weeks, and I haven't done them today because I really don't want to do the part where I just like aggravate it. So that's what you're doing all the time with plantar fasciitis. You're kind of treading this thin line, pun intended. You're treading this thin line between stretching it, like I do not recommend stretches, but doing something that stretches it and aggravates it and maybe like tears it a little bit more or whatever's going on in there. So try not to do that. So trying to keep it still, but also knowing that you have to put some load through it through for it to repair well. You cannot put your foot in a boot for 8 weeks and then take it off because you're feeling no pain and it be fine. It will not have repaired. In fact, it will waste away. Same as what happens to your muscles when you don't use them. It will just waste away. Tendon, ligament will waste away if you don't use it. So you have to like tread this fine line between definitely not want to aggravate it and making sure you get load through it. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't done my foot exercises today because I don't want to sort of jinx it or risk it. I did half an hour on the exercise bike earlier, nice and easy. I actually sat on the edge of the bath with my foot in hot water just to keep the blood circulation going. I shall have a little test of it probably tonight because I just feel if I don't do my foot exercises today, that I'm kind of letting myself down. I'm not being that consistent person that I'm trying to be. So yeah, I'm hoping that soon I might be able to try some of Keith's exercises in the older yet faster running book. But as I say, I'm definitely not going to push it. And I know there's that part inside of me that's going, come on, let's get out running again. But I know that if I push it, I'm more likely to put my recovery back. But it does feel promising, really promising the last couple of days. It's been promising for a couple of weeks, but the last couple of days feels like there's been a big leap. And I'm actually quite excited to start sharing that with people. I've got some good ideas about how to make a little community where I can help people. So, yeah, if you've got any questions you want to ask, I'm actually answering loads of questions online at the moment about what I've been doing to try and help people. Far away, put them below. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to follow my journey, especially my older yet faster journey as I start trying to become faster. One, injured less often. Two, that's definitely the important part for me. Catch you next week.